the big thing that Ted and others put in place was this huge security. And they had been advised that, there can be animal rights, there can be problems. So Ted didn't want any problems, so he put like $1 million a year into security. So there are all these security guards walking around with guns. They were all armed with live ammunition. And then the bonobos really quickly decided they had no intention of escaping because they knew they would be shot if they did. And we did not need to worry about that. Pam Manisha went up to the door and showed me she knew the code. She could open the door, she could open the other door, she could go back in and she could close them, and she was not going out. And so I told the group that Pam Manisha had done that. Oh my God, Pam Manisha could actually get out and Sue's trusting her not to do it? Okay, there's something a little wrong with Sue. Sue might just let her out. And she might just go out. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to tell you that she understands the situation that she's in. That Kanzi, when we drove in, and there's this big picture of him out there, like a poster, a huge poster, on the huge sign. And somebody's come and shot him in the throat so he won't talk 10 times. You think Kanzi doesn't understand what he's in? He understands. And they're like, Sue is not okay. And I said, no, that's not it. I'm really trying to explain to you, because we're in the science circle. I'm not going out and saying this to the world. I'm not claiming that I have data to prove this, but we're living here, and these are the daily realities that I'm coping with, and I am not one bit exaggerating. The question becomes, how do you negotiate that with beings that nobody believes can understand it, but the reality is the beings can understand it, and you can't negotiate that with them unless you give them, like I couldn't negotiate things with either of you unless I gave you the credit for being able to think of these things that you're trying to convey to me, even if it was in a kind of just gestures and pointing, and we didn't even speak the same language. I would have to treat you as an intelligent, knowledgeable, reasoning being whose mind was different from mine and who might be trying to communicate something to me that I didn't understand. And I need to sit there and I need to do it, or else you're going to walk away and you're not going to care. And if I don't care about what Kanzi and Pam Manisha and Yoda and other bonobos are trying to communicate to me, who's going to care? And much of this was expressed in a science circle meeting before I was to go on a vacation to a Templeton conference. And while I was gone on vacation to a Templeton conference, Ben Beck and Rob and others threatened to reveal that Sue was just, saying things that shouldn't be said about apes, and it would embarrass the trust. We couldn't have Sue saying, but I wasn't going to say these things to anybody but them. I mean, I'm saying them to you now, and you could say that I'm saying them to the world. Well, what is there to lose at this point? The world can call me crazy. I just say, walk in my shoes. Go see. Don't call me crazy without giving it a try. Raise your apes in a way that gives them this dignity and respect and an ability to communicate. Don't raise them with the idea that when they get to be 5 or 6 that you got to put them in a cage. And get some bonobos that know how to talk, that have bonobo culture. Give it a try. Nobody's given it a try. The method is out there. It's in so many different articles, and all the variables that are important, all the things you need to do are there.